All right, let's have a look at question 9.02, exercise 9.02 from Gamma. And we're going to do a question, let's have a look at this. We'll do 1A and E to get us started. We'll do 1A and E. So lots of ways of doing these, and quite often these things are probably best done in a way with a table to get you started. So you can see roughly how this plays out. So I'm just going to just very quickly, and I say very quickly, sketch some kind of a table here. So I'm going to have an X value of some sort. Well, here's my table here. And I'll show you this in a second. Sorry, you can't see this right now. So here's my table, and I'm going to have an X, and I've got a Y, which is Y equals 3X squared, and then that will give me some sort of a Y coordinate. In fact, tell you what, I'll just draw this in here. I'll just go X comma Y. I'll have my actual coordinates here. So I've got 3X squared. That's the one I'm going to be drawing here. So I'll give X as a value. Usually when we do this, we make X like negative, say, 1. Then we move around and make it a 0, then a 1, and then a 2, or something like that. So let's try negative 1. Well, I've got Y equals 3 times negative 1 squared. Well, negative 1 squared is 1, and 3 times negative 1 is 3. So this is equal to 3. So my coordinate is negative 1 comma 3. All right. 0. This is going to be 3 times 0 squared. Well, 3 times 0, anything times 0 is 0. So it's going to be 0 comma 0. These are my ordered pairs. Make sure you put brackets around them, yes? 1. Let's try 1. 3 times 1 squared. Well, 1 squared is 1, and 3 times 1 is 3. So I'm going to have 0 comma 3. 2, what would 2 be? Well, I got 3 times 2 squared. Well, we know that a 2 squared is going to be a 4. 3 times 4 is going to equal 12. So this is really moving up very quickly now. And we'll do the same with negative 2 as well. So I've got 3 times negative 2 squared. And of course, negative 2 squared is 4. 3 fours are 12. So this is going to be negative 2 comma 12. So this is actually going to be quite a steep kind of parabola. So let's have a look at how that would play out. We're going to plot those coordinates. Let's see where we end up. So I'm going to make this quite a long y-axis. Here we go. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here, and I'm going to try and plot these as I go along. So I'll go down a little bit here. Let's see. That looks all right. So I'll start down here. So I've got my 0 point here. This, of course, is my x-axis. My y-axis is this one here. I'll put y up here. So first things first, negative 1 comma 3. So negative 1 is here, negative 1 and 3 up. So that's my first point. That's negative 1 comma 3. All right, so I'll put a tick here. So I've done that one. 0 comma 0. Well, there it is, 0 comma 0. I'm not going to put the point for that one. But I've got a 0 comma 3. 0 along and 3 up. Oh, wait, sorry, that's meant to be a 1. Look at that. So 1 there. I don't know why I did that. So 1 along, 3 up. So, and in any case, it is going to be symmetrical. So once I've got one side, I can pretty much just write the other side in. So 2 is going to be 2 and 12. So 2 along, here it is, and 12 up. So 3, 6, 9, 12. There it is there. So you can see it's going to be a very steep parabola. This will be 3. This one here is going to be 12. So, sorry, this is going to be 2. So 12 up. Here we are. So that's 3, 12. So that's 3 comma 12. And this is, this is 2. Sorry, 2 comma 12. This is negative 2 comma 12. So the actual parabola looks like, and I'll try and draw this as best I can. It's going to be, this is not going to go well. So it's going to be turning around there. Turns around. Heads back up. So you can see it's very long, very skinny. It's not a very broad kind of parabola. It's not sort of broad. It's very, very skinny. And that's the parabola of y equals 3x squared. So obviously if it was moving along left or right or up or down, you'd just change it accordingly. But that's ultimately how we would draw the first parabola. And I would strongly recommend that you use a table to do it. Okay, same deal with this one here, except this time when we put the values in, it's going to be not y equals 3 times x squared, it's going to be 3/4 times whatever x squared is, and then we end up with a y value as well. So that's how I would go ahead and answer that.